guy's standing right there. Look at his face. Oh. What the He's saying we can't pass? Hey! Where's he going?
Camping is supposed to be a peaceful escape into nature, but for some, it turns into a nightmare. From mysterious figures lurking in the shadows to terrifying encounters caught on camera, these are the 7 scariest creature encounters while camping. Are you brave enough to watch until the end? Abandoned campsite horror. Cee's terrifying encounter in the woods. In Belgium, YouTuber Cees and his 2 friends embarked on an exploration of an abandoned campsite on December 9, 2023. As they neared the forest, distant barking echoed through the trees. At the entrance, they found a fallen tree blocking their path, with a sign reading, "Private Prayer Area. Please respect." Another warning sign cautioned about guard dogs. Cees noted that these signs hadn't been there on his previous visit, but he and his friends pressed on into the woods. As they walked, eerie sounds filled the air. The unsettling atmosphere only intensified when they stumbled upon a tree wrapped in red and white tape, marked with a no-entry surveillance zone warning. Despite these ominous signs, they continued forward, unaware of the horror awaiting them. The woman in white? Out of nowhere, they encountered a woman dressed in a white robe, wielding an axe and charging toward them. Panic took hold and the friends scattered in the darkness, losing each other in the process. Their desperate cries filled the night, capturing their terror. Eventually, the police arrived to find Cees emerging from the woods, closely followed by the bewildered woman. It took 6 officers to restrain and arrest her. Traumatized, the YouTubers left immediately. The glowing eyes in the forest. Meanwhile, another group of men, armed with only their flashlights and a shaky night vision camera, ventured deep into the heart of the forest under the cover of darkness. The dense canopy above swallowed most of the moonlight, casting eerie shadows that danced between the trees. The stillness was unsettling. No rustling leaves, no chirping insects, just an overwhelming silence that pressed against them like an unseen force. Then it happened. A flicker of movement in the distance. One of the men swung his flashlight toward the source, his breath hitching in his throat. There, just beyond the reach of the light, a pair of glowing eyes pierced through the darkness, unblinking and motionless. A chill ran down their spines as the camera struggled to focus, capturing the eerie glow reflecting back at them. The men whispered among themselves, debating whether to step closer or retreat. "What the hell is that?" one of them muttered, gripping his flashlight tighter. The eyes remained still for a moment, watching, waiting before a sudden rustling sent shockwaves of fear through the group. Was it an animal, a person, or something else entirely? They took a cautious step forward, the camera trembling in their hands, but as they did, the glowing eyes blinked and then vanished. The underbrush snapped and crackled as something moved swiftly away, disappearing deeper into the void of trees. The men exchanged uneasy glances. The footage they captured was grainy, distorted by the low-quality night vision. But one thing was certain, something was out there in the forest, something that had been watching them. And whatever it was not afraid. The campfire's shadow. It was a cool autumn evening, the kind where the air carried the scent of burning wood and the distant rustling of leaves. A family of 4 parents and their 2 children had set up camp in a secluded forest clearing, eager to escape the distractions of modern life. The fire crackled, casting flickering shadows against the towering trees that surrounded them. Laughter echoed as they roasted marshmallows, told spooky stories, and captured precious moments on their camera. Later that night, as they packed away their belongings and prepared for bed, the father decided to review the videos they had taken. He smiled as he watched his daughter excitedly describe her marshmallow roasting technique, his wife playfully teasing their son, and the firelight reflecting in their eyes. Then something made him pause. In the background of one of the clips, just beyond the glow of the fire, a shadow moved. It wasn't the swaying of a tree or the flicker of a flame. This shadow had a shape tall, thin, with elongated limbs. It shifted, almost as if observing them. The father rewound the footage, heart pounding. The figure didn't just pass by, it lurked. It stood still for a few seconds. Then, in a jerky, unnatural motion, it retreated into the darkness. The father called his wife over. "Did you see that?" he asked, voice barely above a whisper. She leaned in, her expression shifting from curiosity to unease. That wasn't one of us," she murmured. The children, now awake from the hushed urgency in their parents' voices, peered over their shoulders. The youngest gasped. "Daddy, was that a person?" A chilling realization settled over them. They had felt safe, isolated in the woods, but someone or something had been watching. The fire crackled, but the warmth no longer felt comforting. The Appalachian Stalker. A chilling event unfolded when two friends camped in the Appalachian Mountains. As night approached, they reassured themselves that they had arrived before dark, avoiding the dangers of the unknown. But their relief was short-lived. Suddenly, they heard clicking sounds or someone was nearby. Panic set in as they caught a glimpse of a face in the window of an abandoned building. Their cameras confirmed their fears. A shadowy figure was watching them. The deeper they ventured, the more they realized they were being stalked. Strange, wild-looking people lurked in the crumbling ruins, observing their every move. As darkness fell, the group raced to find safety. But at 3:13 a.m., the shadowy figures attacked once more. Fear and exhaustion weighed on the campers as they debated whether to stay or flee. They captured more unsettling footage, figures moving in the distance, clicking noises growing closer. The eerie sense of being watched never left them. Just before dawn, the group made a desperate escape. As the sun rose, the strange figures melted back into the forest, waiting for their next unsuspecting visitor. The mysterious face in the forest. A lone man, drawn by the eerie silence of the woods at night, set out on a routine nighttime stroll only to stumble upon something that would haunt him forever. Armed with nothing but a flashlight and his camera, he wandered deeper into the dense forest, his footsteps crunching against the dry leaves below. The air was thick with an unsettling stillness, broken only by the occasional rustling of unseen creatures. At first, everything seemed normal. He recorded his path, capturing the towering trees, the twisted branches overhead, and the way the moonlight barely pierced through the canopy. But then an unshakable feeling crept over him. The kind of feeling that makes the hair on your arms stand on end. A cold shiver ran down his spine as if unseen eyes were piercing through the darkness, watching. Brushing it off as paranoia, he continued walking. That's when his camera picked up something. A flicker in the shadows. A shape. A trick of the light. He didn't think much of it until he reviewed the footage later. Pausing the video, his breath caught in his throat. There it was. A face. Pale, barely illuminated, peering from behind a tree. The eyes empty, soulless, seemed to lock onto him through the screen. The mouth twisted into an almost imperceptible smirk, was the kind that sent a wave of dread through his body. The longer he stared, the more unnatural it seemed. Had he truly been alone that night? Or had something been lurking just out of sight, waiting? He rewound and played the footage again, hoping it was just his mind playing tricks on him. But no, it was there, unmistakably menacing. To this day, he refuses to return to those woods at night. Some say it was a ghost. Others whisper of something far worse, something that still waits in the darkness, watching, waiting for the next wanderer to stray too far. The creature on the Russian road. Meanwhile, deep in Russia's remote forests, a family's peaceful drive turned eerie when they spotted something mysterious on the road ahead. The father slowed down, trying to make sense of the figure. For a brief moment, the camera caught a chilling glimpse of an unknown creature before the father, prioritizing safety, sped away, leaving the mystery behind. The masked figure in Death Valley. In another disturbing case, YouTubers Ari and Awari and their friends set out to explore Death Valley. After setting up camp, they decided to drive down the infamous Death Valley Road. The desolate path stretched before them when something terrifying happened. A masked figure appeared, standing in the middle of the road, blocking their way. "What the? Get out of the road!" they shouted. But the figure remained still. Suddenly, without warning, the masked individual turned and disappeared into the bushes. The group hesitated before cautiously exiting their vehicle to investigate, only to find nothing. The figure had vanished, leaving only an unsettling silence behind. Whether these were supernatural entities, unknown creatures, or simply eerie coincidences, one thing is certain: nature holds terrifying secrets. Have you ever had a chilling camping experience? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more spine-chilling stories.